Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you do, welcome. I hope you guys like this video. This is one of my funner things I like to do. It's a high wind day, probably hearing some wind in the background. This is going to be a crab trip. There's that wind howling. So pretty much what this is, especially when I have a day off that I can't get out in the water, in the open ocean there where I like to fish for anything. This is one of those things that you can always do, just based on the fact that it's a much more protected area. It's probably blowing 9 to 12 right now, a little bit higher gusts, but it's safe. And so blue crabbing it is. Let's see, it's third week of June, so water temperature is 75 degrees already, where I'm fishing or crabbing today. The crabs are out. I know we're gonna catch them. I'm just super stoked for this. So yeah, Jesse and Gary, they went they took a left, I took a right out of the launch. We're just kind of search them out, see where we can find, you know, quality crab. And this is just the beginning of the crabbing for the year. They come crawling out of the mud, and you know, if you come too early, you're gonna be catching nothing but shorts. And I know we're gonna get some keepers today. So I'll show you guys the traps. It's really the same program as years past, but if you're new to the channel, I'll do a quick little rundown of how I run this stuff and using chicken for bait, and we're gonna catch them, guys. So, all right, let's go get them. All right, guys. So just going over real quick what this is. This is the Foxy Mate collapsible folding door crab trap. Right? These are legal in the state of Massachusetts to use because you can set them. And the turtles or the terrapins that are around here that are protected can swim freely in and out. Crab pots are now illegal in this state, so do not get caught using one. Don't drop them off your docks. You live on waterfront properties, you're going to kill turtles, and the state does not like that. So pretty much what happens is that you take this chicken, which is the bait. We use springs to hold the chicken. I'm not really impressed with this spring right now because this one's kind of tired, but yeah, snap it on tight. I'll have to replace these springs. They're getting a little old. I relined these traps actually yesterday, so all the strings are good. I had a bunch of them fail on me the last year on my last trip out, so we're not going to have that today. So pretty much what happens with these traps is that you drop the trap down, doors go open, crabs come in crawling in, eating the chicken. You snap the trap, closes the doors, you're bringing up your crabs. Okay, so very simple stuff. I use 550 paracord as attached to the main line, and use a little pool noodle just to keep track of it. So this one's already ready to deploy. We are going to fish our crab. Just make sure we don't get any hang-ups. And basically what I do is I just drop it down, feed it some extra line. That's already done the bottom now, so I just give it a little half hitch, and that's fishing. All right, we got 7 more traps to go, so we're gonna just carry on and then we'll do the first run. All right, winding up on the first trap of the day. Let's see if we can't get it without missing it. It's kind of a weird wind and tide situation here, so all right, and snap it shut. And then you look, and we got one keeper, one short. That's a female. You can tell by the red tips on her claws. And if you look at her bottom, she's got a D-shaped, well, actually she's an immature female. It's a deep V, like a wide V apron. So she's actually hasn't spawned out yet, but he's gonna be a keeper for sure. All right, and that's one. But we'll get a measure on them. We always measure our crabs. And then you try not to run over your trap as you go to the next one. But yep, there he is, blue crab. 5 inches across is what they need to be. So that one looks like it's gonna stay. But we got a crab gauge, and we'll get into that in a minute. All right, snapshot. Whew. Lots of shorts. So we're just gonna let these go. Hey, get out. All right. Yeah, all right. All right. And, oh, this one's heavy. Oh, wow. All right, we got probably 2 keepers in here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold the back fin of this probable short. And get those to bail, and then what you do is, then you can let him go without getting him in your sorting bucket. Now, that was actually a good trap. All right, and now we gauge 5 inches across for blue crabs. I gotta be careful because that big guy is holding on to the. You see his claw back there? If you grab that, you're gonna know it. All right, so we got a 5.5, 5 1/4. Oh, you sly little beggar, you. This guy is definitely a bigger one. Whew. Wrestling these in a kayak can be dangerous. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, that's another keeper. Oh. And this is the first one we got. Let's see what he is. Looks like he's gonna be a keeper as well. Oh yeah. It's not a female, is it? Oh, it's a female. Alright, so this is a legal female. You can tell she's a female by her big D-shaped apron. It means she's already been bred. She's in her egging molt, so she can create eggs. And because she's a keeper, you can keep it. It's her spines are there, but I'm not keeping females. I feel like these females are definitely more important to the ecosystem to keep in it. So that's just my personal take on it. I'm sure there's plenty of females. I'm sure there's people that love just eating just the females, but even though she's good to keep, I'm pitching her back. So she's actually pretty docile. That's pretty good. All right, there you go, crab. And she's gone. So 2 keepers in the first run, 3 really, but only 2 are gonna make it into the cooler. So these are all really white bellies. They're not really hard shells. These are fresh molts. But when they do, they get these beautiful colorations of blue. I mean, look at that. Look at that blue on that guy. You really, now you know why they're called blue crabs. But they tend to be softer shell when they have this clean white belly. So not as much meat, but no, that's good. It's a good start. Ooh, this one's nice and heavy. So we got a weed, a keeper, probably not a keeper. Let's get rid of this. Yeah. Oh, he dropped his claw. I'm sorry, dude. All right, well, let's dump that out. Yep, we'll just stop eating. All right. And this one feels nice. Ooh, that's a big female. Holy moly. She's gonna go back, but I want to get a nice. Uh-oh.
Oh, that's cool. Got a bald eagle and an osprey. Trying to figure out who's duking it out. Who's the big dog? I'd say that the eagle won that one. I'm not sure if you can really see it. That's a bald eagle. It's just starting to get its collar, so it's not a. I guess it is a juvenile still, but he doesn't quite have the full, completely white head and white tail yet, but he's getting there.
All right. So this is the point where we have to sort. Yep. Yeah, you're gonna be a mean one. So this is a female. Females have much bigger spines. They have this big, deep apron. That's where the eggs are held. This is a real hard shell female too. She's gonna get thrown back, but she actually would have a ton of meat on her. But we don't keep. I don't keep the females. But yeah, look at that. This is a 5-inch gauge. That's a 6.5-inch crab probably. That's a big guy, a big girl. Now, let's see if I can't pull out one of these males here before we measure. And if you look at the males, they got that thin, narrow apron, and the females get that wide one. So let's get her back so she gets back and makes babies. Ooh, this one feels nice and heavy. Oh, that's why. Big Mungo crab. So we're gonna grab the back fin on him, cut this little guy loose, and drop him in. It's a fresh shedder, but still, that one's worth keeping, because even being a fresh shedder, he's gonna have plenty of meat on him. Some heavy. That's why right there. A nice one. Get rid of this little guy. Actually, before we do that, yeah, there we go. Nice. Okay. Yeah, watch out before I lose my crabs or my. Yeah, that's much better. All right, that's a good run right there. All of them. I don't even have to measure any of these. These are all bigs. Now then, they're not rusties, but they're all gonna make the grade. So it's 4. So we're gonna add that to the crab pot. 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 10. 10 legals, 4 runs. Not terrible. Ooh, that's a pull. That's a big pull. I thought I had a turtle. They be fighting. Keep calm, boys. You're all right. Not really. You know, these things are, you know, they can look pretty calm, but they can see out of water, because you can go like that, and they want to come after you. Look at this. Ooh, spit at me too. Ooh. Give them a second. They got to tear you up. Yeah, we got it. Barely. All right, 20. It's a slow grind. Hey, that's worth measuring too. All right. All right, let's get measuring here. This is actually a good run. Come on, you. We definitely, there's 3 keepers in this for sure. Just a matter of whether this last one is or not. And he is just barely not. So I had gotten 3 keepers on this, but one of these is a female. I'm just gonna show it to you before I throw it back. We're in that part of the trip where I'm desperate to get my limit, but oh, he dropped a claw. Bugger. Who dropped a claw? It was one of the big ones too. Oh well. That sucks. Where's my gauge? So you can see that females have these really big spines on them. And she's way over. But she's gonna go back. She's a nice hard shell. She'd have a ton of meat in there, but remember, we gotta have females to make the eggs, so. And these 2 are gonna stay. Ah! Ah! Yep. It was a keeper too. Oh yeah. He didn't get me. He did the right thing. He kept his hands to himself. Come on. Oh, that was dangerous. Oh, you would have heard a scream to be heard for ages. All right, guys, that's a wrap. Good day of crabbing. Slow. It's definitely slow. It took a couple hours to make it happen, but I mean, I did get my limit of 25 over 5 inches. Threw back a couple really nice females that were keepers. I'm not one person who's going to be keeping females. It's just a personal thing, especially because it's easy to tell. Let's make some eggs and keep this fishery going. But it was good. You know, it was just a really drawn out day. Started hot. First few runs were all like a 2 keeper average on the run. Had a couple nice runs there that was like 3 or 4 keepers, and then it just died out completely. I don't know if it was coming into the tide or the water temperature dropped off. Water temperature got as low as 73 degrees today and change. It's up to 76 again now that the tide's shifted, but it was a grind. So really can't complain. I had a great time. Jesse and Gary are still out there, and they're struggling to get in their numbers, but who knows, maybe it'll turn on when I leave and those guys will get their crab and get out too. Gary had a striper stuck on an umbrella rig, had an umbrella rig stuck in its mouth, and the line got caught up on one of his traps, and his trap was running away. He ended up catching up to it and pulling in the said it was about a 40-inch bass, but the hook snapped on it as it got close, which is good. The hooks were getting all rusted out, so that thing's been dragging it around for a while. But good on the fish for getting it, bringing it up his mouth, and good on Gary for getting that equipment out of the water. And he didn't lose his gear either, so that's always good. But yeah, no, actually, it's a good day to spend. Actually, today's Father's Day. Good way to spend Father's Day. I couldn't go fishing, so just enough wind to keep these bugs off us here, because they can get really miserable up in here. So if there's no wind, so had a great time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked it, subscribe, comment, all that stuff for the algorithm. It's just who knows how it really works, but I'm sure liking and subscribing will help. So if you don't mind doing it, that'd be awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.